Hello, I'm Tom.
G'day, I'm Max.
Now, you're tuning into our new walkthrough of the Cayman 2A7, our virtual walkthrough. It's a brand new display home. Max, I noticed that the Cayman here, utilising the Manhattan facade, knockdown specialist rebuild option. It's a beautiful house, mate. You've done well.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. This one's a knockdown rebuild. New Lambton here. So we've got the Cayman facade, running the nail strip cladding, people. We've got the deck at the front. Looks balcony off bedroom one. Shall we head in?
We should be. Now, while we're walking, I'm just going to let the guys know that we are, although we don't have our masks on, we are going to be still separating to the best of our ability, 1.5 metres apart. Now, utilising our side too while we're walking in and get into it, the Cayman itself is a 4-bedroom, multi-living area design. It's a beautiful house that offers different options for different families and different stylings. To highlight this, come on in guys, you can see here we offer the option for the 5th bedroom or study office setup. Now, this has become really prevalent over the last 12 months, purely because, as we know, this has been an interesting time. We can see here, putting in a couple of the nice highlights, we've opted for the built-in joinery with the double table, the double setup, so mum and dad can work from home, the kids can be doing their school work down from downstairs as well. It's a versatile space, mate, and I've noticed as well, this being one of Shaynna's the modernistic styling for the house itself, we've opted for a lot of clean, sharp lines, different tones and colours, and gone for that real modern feeling, aren't we?
Yeah, it's very monochromatic, but there's a lot of softening elements. I don't know about you, but I can see myself having a morning coffee and getting stuck into a few emails here.
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
Or you can park up the kids and they can get stuck into a bit of homework.
They can get into it indeed there.
Little spot to sit there as well. Got a window to look out over your neighbours.
Well, that's a big thing. With the Montgomery designs, we often look for trying to get as much natural light into the home as possible. And that's going to be a common trend that you see walking through the house. Lots of space, lots of windows and lots of natural light.
Come on into the home theatre here, Tom.
This is a good space. I really like this.
Yeah. It's very polarising compared to the office, isn't it? It's all action in there. You come in here and
the
instantly
mood changes.
Softens.
It does. I love it.
You just want to chill out.
But it's a good area. We've also got here the recessed wall, the bulkhead, which allows for the option for the TV to be recessed in, and again with the built-in joinery throughout the space as well.
Yeah. That telly's just sitting in the niche there. You got stone bench top underneath it, bit of built-in cabinetry. Keep away all your movies or whatever you want to store there out of sight, and that room just looks schmicko.
Does
you
indeed.
Pull them doors shut.
Yeah, that's a good one. No good home theatre would be done without the ability of closing it off. As we know, we've got a lot of people who love their footy and they want to yell or play their games or what have you. So we've got the option for the double company sliding doors. Close off the space. That's a big thing for the home. It's designed for the families. With Montgomery's, our designs are often a reflection over time. You know, we constantly listen to the feedback that we're getting. We adjust things. This home is born and bred from the last years of work, you know, years of design and feedback from the community. And that's why we've got such a good flowing space.
You'll see how dynamic and flowing this space is as we cruise through.
Oh, definitely. Now, a big thing from the Montgomerys that we're known for is lots of storage. Now, storage and versatility. Tying in, as you can see here, Max, you've done a great job with this laundry. It's a nice, large working space. The laundry can sometimes be overlooked, but it's an area that we all use.
Like those popsicle tiles.
I love them. They're great, aren't they? Yeah, they are something a little bit different too. Ties in with a nice modern feel, jumps into the spacing well. External glass sliding door again, tying into that extra light. Overhead cupboards, stone bench tops as well. Now notice the joinery itself in terms of the bench space and what have you, all made locally up in Tomago, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're using Uniform Kitchens there. They do a stellar job, and we're really happy to have them on the team.
Good on them.
Yep.
Here we go, little powder room. Now, the purpose of the powder room itself is to provide some privacy. It's a rest area, which also provides a space for the vanity as well. Now, similarly to the laundry fit out, the joinery through the vanity spaces are made also from Paul Stevens and the Marquee team. So that's local made, we're not importing our gear through. It's a big thing that we try to look for is our local trades and supplying network. And as you can see here, lovely little vanity. What is that?
Greg at Marquee does a great job. He's got the sharp nose finger pull integrated into that. You've got the above counter basin on the stone bench tops.
Nice.
Quarter turn taps in the mirror, like all that stuff. Just really gives you that high end feel. And,
it does.
Obviously, then the timber just brings it all back down and softens it. Gone the extra mile with the integrated cisterns. So that just makes better use of the space, gives you a bit of a sense of grandeur, and people are loving that at the moment.
Does indeed. Now, I mentioned before a little bit about the storage. Now, a lot of this is highlighted from our design philosophy, but also through from Shaynna, the design queen as well, is the built-in linen cupboard. Now, this is downstairs. The idea from this space is we've got straight off the laundry area, melamine shelving, we can put our towels and bits and bobs away. But as we know, in a big part of today's life, a lot of people are opting for the pool as well. So it's an area that we can put our pool, our beach towels and what have you there, chuck them in, and that's going to tie into our spaces.
And you've got the external door on the laundry
True.
there, so you're not even coming through the main areas.
Good point, good catch.
Yep. Come on into the kitchen, Tom.
That's a nice space.
Yeah. How's that?
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, it's a big area too. I can utilise it and I can see straight away the kitchen space.
This island's huge. As you can see, we're maintaining a social distance. I'm about 4 metres from you.
Yeah.
Here, it's huge, this kitchen, and you know, we're spreading out, and it's so good.
Well, the kitchen's a very flexible part. I mean, it's probably the heart for most people's home as well, and it's why that we do team up with the guys from Kitchen Culture and Euroform again.
Yeah.
We understand that not everybody's going to have the same design philosophy when it comes to their kitchen space. Again, feedback from Shaynna and the team has opted for lots of overhead covers. Look at these. Wow.
Yeah. So storage for days in here. Obviously, yeah, your main functional cupboards are here. You're going to be using these all day, every day. And instead of just having a bulkhead up here, that's just more storage again. So with tall people like myself, it's quite easy to get to.
Put your little snacks in there. No one's getting them.
No one know about those cookies up there.
That's true.
All hidden away.
Now I've noticed here as well the actual joinery. That looks to be nice, really clean. Poly.
Yeah, we're going poly all
So
through
the
this.
2-pack finish.
It sure is. We've also integrated all the appliances into the kitchen, so yeah, it's just that next level up, seamless integration. It's just really well thought about, and I think people appreciate that. Discerning buyers, that's what they want.
They do indeed, sort of thing there. And speaking of what people are asking for a lot at the moment is because they've got such a beautiful kitchen space, they often, believe it or not, they don't want to show off the. Coming through here, in terms of the Butler's Pantry, this is a space which is an extension of your main kitchen space. So primarily, what you can see here is we've got the option for the bench, a bit of spacing, a bit of cupboard work and what have you. And over here, we've got some extra built-in joinery too. So we've got our laminated finishes here, which is allowing a lot of flexibility. And the idea is you can keep your more unsightly items from your big toasters and your kettles and things like that. Keep that area beautiful and spotless.
Plenty of natural light too.
That's true. This is a big window itself. That's nice.
Should take a big shot to fill that one up, Tom.
That would indeed. Now heading back into here. This is really nice, Max. What's this on the wall? The actual cladding.
So we've got a bit of our quarter contours cladding on there. This is the square profile that they do. I really like it. It's a simple element. Just creates another texture in the house, and it just really softens that wall from being just a rather large white wall. Obviously, you could have a massive telly there, no drama, or you could have nothing, and it's like almost an art feature, isn't it?
That's right. And I guess because we've got the home theatre space right next door as well, we don't have to have the TV as you pointed out. You can. It's lovely to cook and watch the TV at the same time. But the idea is maybe also too, if someone wants to watch the footy, somebody wants to watch their TV show as well, we've got the option for both too. Square set ceilings.
Yeah, square set ceilings throughout this house. That'll become really apparent why we did that as we head upstairs. It definitely suits the design.
Sharp, clean lines.
Yeah, and it just creates that sense of height and leads your eye up to a really nice finished room.
Now, as we know, in terms of today's Australian living especially, the alfresco space is effectively the synergy ties in the living areas. They're 1 and 2 nowadays.
It's a must.
Agreed.
And I think this place has this in spades. It really flows from this area to that area. It's so seamless. You open these doors, which I reckon are really nice doors. Good quality, high end. Come out onto the Eco deck. So this deck here, really low maintenance. You don't have to oil it every summer. You can just hose this thing down, keep it looking neat, and that's about all you got to do.
Beautiful. And different colours and different finishes.
Yeah. You can set the barbecue up there and not stress out about dropping a greasy snag down on it.
True. Now I noticed as well that typically we could also option for a concrete slab if someone would prefer as well, maybe tile finish. But this house, because we're built up off the ground because of flood reasons, that's why we've opted for the deck as well.
That's right. Yeah. So this could definitely just be a slab. So if you've got a flatter block that's not in a flood area like this, with that being a slab, it just creates that nice sense of space, and you could be just having a tile slab out here straight onto your pool area or whatever you do in your courtyard.
Nice. Now this is clever. I noticed with the alfresco roof, we do provide the coffered ceiling. So the coffered ceiling steps up that little bit higher to provide extra roof space for the fan.
Definitely.
And that's just a nice white plasterboard finish painted as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty minimalist. You know, like you said with the fan, if you're sitting out here on a nice summer's day having a barbie, you can get that fan going. It just brings that temp down, keeps the flies away.
It keeps off your head a little bit too.
That's right. Yeah. And the height of it's just unreal. We've got nice big steps on this one because of the flood zone. We've had to build it up. Come down into the backyard here. You can see that the back of the house is also a design feature, and it's a reflection of that front facade.
It is. The clean lines, and I noticed as well, we'll see in a moment, that the skillion roof, which is obviously has the slings and roof profile, that ties in really nicely with the kitchen island as well. A little bit of inspiration for Shaynna as well.
Shaynna's got a keen eye for that stuff, and you know, that's a really it's a really good architectural feature. Quite easy to achieve, and it doesn't cost you a bomb.
It looks good. It's something a little bit different, and it ties in with the home being really thought about for the knockdown rebuild market. You know, we understand we're looking for something with the sharper or cutting edge features, and it's just a nice, simple changer from more of our standard hip profile.
Yeah. I'm excited. I want to go upstairs
Come on.
and check out the rest.
Up we go. Now as we're walking, now it's a little odd, but I've noticed the skirting boards. They look that little bit higher.
Yeah. When you've got a house like this that's big, you've got the high ceilings. You know, your eyes are casting up constantly, but a little point of difference is the 90mm skirting that we do here. So it's a little bit bigger than the 66, and I think it really makes a big difference, Tom.
Well, I think that it highlights the fact that these are the items which people wouldn't often think about. They're often an afterthought, but they add a huge detail to the things that just push the home up that little bit more in the percentile range. And I also noticed too that the finishings themselves, they're not MDF, are they?
Not at all, no. So Montgomery Homes is a really passionate builder, and we like to use good quality products. So yeah, all timber skirtings throughout our houses.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's cruise upstairs.
Excellent. Now what's this flooring?
It's a bit of hybrid flooring here, Tom. This floor's quite nice on the eye, in my opinion.
I agree. And the thing I'm noticing, it's not very heavy underfoot. It's not noisy. It's not flooring types.
Yeah, it definitely feels quality. It doesn't feel like you've compromised by not having hardwood floors.
True.
And to the untrained eye, I think most people would just think they are.
Agreed. This is a good space. Rumpus room, large. It's an open area, and it's something too which we talked a little bit about downstairs about the modern family. The modern family is going to be looking for somewhere for the kids to enjoy their own room, for the parents to be able to get away from everybody else as well. And this, a little bit of a rake on there as well. It's letting a lot of light in, and we did mention downstairs that lighting is a very important aspect for the home, and a lot of that comes down to the aspect of where the sun is working in regards to the orientation. So the ability of a skylight is that it opens up the house where traditionally we might not be able to get a lot of light into certain rooms. This just gives us an extra ace up our sleeve too.
And it allows you to have that other element of privacy if you want to have window coverings all over the windows.
True.
You know, you might have that all covered up because you've got neighbours close by or whatever, and then you just got plenty of natural light coming in there still. So
Definitely.
yeah, not a bad little escape for the kids as well up here. If the lounge room's occupied downstairs.
Nice, indeed. Heading now into the bedroom spacing. So firstly, the master bedroom. So the first impressions are it's a nice big room. This is a good space.
Yeah.
Without being an overkill either.
Yeah. If you went to a high-end hotel and this was the only room that you had, you'd be stoked.
Oh, definitely.
You know, it's huge. It's super dynamic, this space. You can have a massive bed. You could go a king-size bed here. You could have a couch over there.
TV.
Yeah. It becomes a parent's escape into their own little sanctuary. You got the
and that comes included with the Manhattan facade as well.
Yeah.
Where some of our other facade options as well, we do offer the Metro, the Executive, the Hamptons, and the Manhattan facade in this particular range of home. They all offer different finishes and different options too to get the most out of everybody's budget and need point as well. This is clever, just a little bit of extra bits and pieces, a bit more utility. You've got your ledge on the bed.
Got the ledge. Chuck your books up there.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, something a bit different. Gives you a bed head as well, so you don't have to go out and buy a bed head.
True.
That's done. We've got the walk-through road here.
And this is good. This is something that we get asked a lot from the front end of things in the sales experience, is that the walk-through wardrobes, you know, nowadays, especially with storage too, we've got to provide a fair outcome for everybody to be happy. So we can see here the his and the her side.
It's huge. This is massive. Behind me, you've got room for a full-length mirror. You've got drawers on both sides. Plenty of drawers, plenty of hanging space.
Oh, definitely. Built-in little makeup area as well, which is quite nice too. Frees up a little bit of extra space and utility.
It's a nice touch.
It is.
It's a nice touch.
It is.
Come on through and check out the ensuite, Tom. It's quite a nice place to be as well in there.
And I can see here my first impressions that this is an area that's designed for both mum and dad. You know, they both can be able to be using in a modern and busy environment. They're having to wait for everybody else to have their shower. We've got the 2 double shower heads, rain floor with the separate arm as well. And even, hey, we're stopping the arguments, everybody. We've got the his and her vanities as well.
Yes, his and her vanities are important.
I think so.
Yeah.
Gives it the space, there's no fighting, everybody knows where they are. Beautiful tiling. Now, the tiling itself, that herringbone pattern, that's not easy to do, is it?
No, the boys at Think Group have done a great job with the herringbone in this house.
They have indeed.
The tiling overall, it's just really high end, and you know, it's what you come to expect when you build a Montgomery home.
True, and I mean, especially with our diamond collection, the inclusions is something we put a lot of emphasis. We're really trying to make sure we're delivering something special to everybody. So our diamond collection with our respective upgrades provides full light tiling as a standard within that range as well.
Definitely.
This is clever. I noticed that behind the wall itself, we've actually got a semi-hidden cistern and toilet as well.
Yeah, I really think people appreciate that. You know, it's sneaky privacy. It's just tucked in there. You know, the toilet's not visible from anywhere. It's like its own little room, really, isn't it?
And the benefit of this as well, which I do note, is that it means that we don't have to put a big restrictive wall up like a standard water closet. That means that the window behind us, as well as allowing plenty of natural light through. Sometimes for the aspect for privacy, we have to trade off the utility of light. So this provides a nice modern compromise between both, where we still get to have our cake and eat it too.
No shortage of light in this joint.
No. Let's check out the bedrooms.
I think this will be the most popular layout for the bedrooms with the 4-bedroom option. So as you come down the hallway here, we've got the 3 smaller rooms, but I don't think they're that small at all.
Not at all.
Look at the size of them.
The rooms themselves are easily large enough to have a double bed and built-in desk, and probably the big thing which provides the utility for being able to do so is the ability to have the walk-in wardrobes. So walk-in wardrobes are standard in every single room. Historically, that'd be something that you might have saw in mum and dad's room, in the master bedroom.
Exactly.
And now we're sharing the love around. You know, everybody's going to have a little bit of extra storage. And what have we done in here, Maxie? What have we got?
We're running the pod shelving in all the rooms.
Nice.
So all the rooms have, like you said, got walk-in robes.
Good.
That's part of our inclusions. So that's not an upgrade. You've got a choice of colours. They're quite modular. You'll see in a few different rooms the different configurations that you can have that. And we really think that will suit most of your family members.
Oh, definitely right sort of thing there. Where historically, again, we've opted again for something a little nice. We've got the VJ paneling.
You do,
which I noticed a little bit throughout the house.
So you would have noticed that as we were coming up the stairs, and we've got it in here just in a different colour. It's quite a dynamic cladding. It looks really cool. It's a soft feature. And
it's a good way of breaking up the home a little bit, where we saw downstairs, you know, modern, sharp and artistic, and this just gives that little bit of extra warmth and a little bit of extra.
It just adds layers of interest to the rooms.
It does.
So we'll come on through to this bedroom. So like you mentioned earlier, with these size rooms, there's plenty of room for a desk. So we're running a single bed in here. You've got your desk there, so that's perfect for a younger kid that's at school.
True.
Needs to just escape from the noise of the house and come in here and focus on some work.
Oh, definitely.
You know, that's where you'll get that done. Once again, walk-in robe. Check out the other configuration of a different layout of that pod shelving.
Absolutely, and that's a clever little option for, as we can see, for different styles of fit outs and what have you. So our standard fit out would offer a melamine shelving through that space itself with the nice hanging rail, and this just gives parents a different option about long-term usage. We're trying to remove the need for necessarily having a tall boy or a chest of drawers or something like that. So that's a clever, smart little upgrade should you wish. Now this is cute.
Yeah.
The wallpaper.
Yeah, we've got the dogs up there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's making a bit of a comeback. It's come in.
Wallpaper's back.
Good.
Yeah.
I love it.
People are loving it. adds a bit of personality.
Does.
Yeah.
And that's something that jumps out about this room itself, and most of them in general, is they're designed for people of all age. You know, whether you've got a younger child or whether you've got a young adolescent who's looking to study, the room's versatile.
I'd have that in my room. Looks
True.
sick.
Well, run that by your wife.
Yep.
Now, nursery space. Very nice.
Wow. Yeah, how does this room make you feel?
It's good. It's quiet. It's relaxing. It's again still a large space as well, and giving us again that versatility for the modern family. There's no one-stop shop. It's all going to be a little bit different from everybody. So there's just a clever use of space. Again, walk-in wardrobes.
Yep. You'll notice with this house being an architecturally designed house, you'll feel the different feeling of each room and how they all tie in together. But this room in particular, because it's a nursery in this particular house, it just really cools everything down. You just feel relaxed. It's a place where you want to be.
Agreed.
I just think we've done a really good job. And
Agreed.
I think people will really appreciate it.
Well, it's come up well. It really has done well. Now, tying in to the upstairs, we mentioned downstairs that we do have a powder room being a separate bathroom. Now, you can see here, bathroom, powder room number 2. Again, that's going to design around modern families. They can go and use the bathroom, someone can use the shower at the same time. It's designed for the modern person. With the powder room itself here, again, we've opted for the full height tiling, giving that real nice type end finish. This is a clever vanity. I noticed that this vanity itself, space saving, top end, nice area to utilise as well, and tablet mirrors is very beautiful as well.
Yeah. And with the size of this room, you've got scope to put additional cabinetry and things like that in here. Should you wish to expand your storage.
True. Good call.
Yep.
Now the bathroom.
Bathroom's good.
This is This is the modern wet area walkthrough setup. The biggest benefit of this is that it's going to provide a beautiful visual space. Large, good use of area though, and we pointed out downstairs, you often see this in a lot of high-end type of establishments and such. Again, full frameless tempered glass for the shower blade, walk-through configuration with the freestanding bath. Again, lots of light, nice area.
Strip drain.
Strip drain. Now this is a big question as well, because obviously this is a working space. We've really thought about how the water's going to be handled and channeled, so we've opted for this particular setup. Vanities again, top notch, all drawers.
Yeah. This vanity's massive. Look at it.
Indeed.
Look at the storage in it.
And that's clever. I've seen here as well from the team, we've opted for the built-in cabinetry for the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, so you
Shaving
got
cabinet.
a shaving cabinet. Or medicine.
Or medicine.
Got shelving in there, and
That's
behind the
cool.
mirrors. You've got more there. You've got this nifty little shelf here, which I think is great because that's just where you're going to put your everyday stuff that you're accessing all the time.
Definitely.
You don't have to hide it away. It's just right where you want to see it. You've also got a drawer. I personally love drawers. I reckon.
Instead of the cupboards, that's
I
nice.
think drawers and vanities are really good. Just makes good use of the space. It's easy to get all the stuff.
Oh, it definitely does. And again, these items are included within the diamond range itself. We've got the Caesar stone tops, the old drawer carcass, and they do come available in different finishes too, which is quite clever. Also, lastly, I do note that all the wet areas upstairs, especially here, have the ducted exhaust fans, the whirlybirds up on the roof, so plenty of ventilation, again, smart finishes, and the little things behind the scenes that we don't often think about.
It's really important, the quality of house. Things like your range with your exhaust fans, you just want them all ducted. It just gives you just a better functioning house.
It does.
You got your tile edge there, freestanding bath.
That's nice.
Yeah,
this is a really good use of that.
Neat little touches.
Because I noticed instead of the more traditional tile resets, which is an option that people can choose, this provides more storage, and we're not limited by height as well.
Yeah. Well, Tom, we could go on all day about this bathroom, but I think we better come back out.
That's true. Now, one last item. We do have upstairs our walk-in linen cupboard. Again, can't stress how important this is. Built-in laminated shelving through the melamine stuff here, so we can choose all this. Plenty of area, and the idea is that once we're upstairs, we're not going to be running up and down every time we need to get a new towel or we need to access new linen.
So how can people come out and look at the place, Tom?
Well, the Cayman itself, we are going to be opening from Saturday. So from Saturday and Sunday, we are still going to be operating from our standard health restrictions at the moment. So that means, guys, we're going to need to book in via the website or through the inquiries. and that means we're going to need to make an appointment. And remember, it's one person per family at this present moment. From Monday moving forwards, as long as you're double vaccinated, we don't need to make appointments. We're able to turn up as per normal. We hope to see you there. Now, any additional questions, please reach out to us either through Facebook or through our inquiry website itself. We'll be happy to hear from you. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.